Hola you guys, this is Maria here and I just wanted to do a quick video. I told you guys I was going to do a review on my Coty loose powder, so this is what the video is about. Really quick, my hair, I just did a little bump here. I didn't do much to it. It's raining outside, it's gloomy, but yeah, so that's all I did. I um, just put some hairspray just to hold it in place, especially the sides, and that's it. As for my makeup, today I'm wearing my Fit Me foundation, my Coty loose powder. For the eyes, I am using my Maybelline Bronze Glitz, and I'm using these two colors. This one all over the lids, and then this one just as a liner on the lower lash line. Oh, and the really light one as my highlight. Then I took my Milani Baked eyeshadow in Blew My Mind, and I just added that to the corners. Some liquid liner, mascara, and then I used my Jane Blush and Orchid Shimmer blush. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else on. Oh, some contouring. And this morning I had my Jordana natural lipstick on. I don't have it now. I just have some moisturizer on my lips. They were feeling a little dry. Besides that, I don't have any other kind of makeup on. Have one of my necklaces on today. And these cute little earrings also that I bought to match, because the necklace has the turquoise or teal kind of bright teal kind of color. So yeah, that's it. Again, my initials bracelet and my wedding band. Yeah, so let's get started. And this review is going to be on the Coty Original Formula Airspun Loose Face Powder. And this one is the Translucent Extra Coverage 07041. And let me read the specs first. It says, since 1935, original formula, Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. Then it says here, featuring an exclusive micro spun formula where loose powder particles are spun and swirled until they reach a cloud-like softness. This ultra smooth powder hides tiny lines, wrinkles, and blemishes and gives a new softness to your skin. Used to set makeup or as foundation. Long lasting, dermatologically tested. Okay. I've been wanting to try this for the longest time. Usually they come in a different kind of container, or I used to see them in a different kind of container, and I think it was the same container that either my mom or my grandmother used to use, and it was kind of a box material kind of container. Um, and I always wanted to try it, and for a long time I couldn't find it. And one time I had gone, I think it was to Walgreens or something like that, and they told me, oh, that's been discontinued. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, it can't be, you know. So finally I found it. So I found it about 2 weeks ago, and I've been using it nonstop for 2 weeks. Prior to that, I was using the Maybelline loose powder. I still have some in there, but let me tell you, this trumps Maybelline. For me, it trumps Maybelline 100 times over. The consistency is, to me, softer, and it just goes on nicely. It does have a fragrance. Unlike Maybelline, Maybelline has no fragrance. This one has a fragrance. But I like it because it takes me back to when I was a little girl, maybe 3, 4 years old, and I used to go into my grandmother's makeup. In Puerto Rico, they used to have a compact makeup, something like this, right? And when you opened it, it was a pressed powder, actually. It was a pressed powder, and then it came with a little sponge inside. And then here, there was I guess like a flamingo girl sitting, if I'm not mistaken, or a girl with a fan or something like that. And the casing was brown. And I always wanted that, and I've never found it again. But this reminds me of that. This reminds me of that fragrance that Dad had. And this takes me back to my grandmother. So the fragrance doesn't bother me. But if you're someone who doesn't like fragrance in any of their products, then that will be a con for you because it is pretty powerful. Um, it's very soft. Like I said, it goes on nicely. It came with a puff, but I wasn't a fan of the puff. I don't know what they did to that puff. I don't remember it being that way. It just it wasn't my thing. But I used my Revlon face powder brush, and then I just set my foundation and my concealer. It says that you can use it as foundation alone because this one is the translucent extra coverage. I haven't tried it, but I do have to say that it sets your foundation nicely. I did my makeup this morning about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's now maybe 5:15, and I had not had to I had not had to blot until now, and not because it was a lot of shine, but just because after a while, your oils start coming out, but it wasn't that noticeable. I just blotted because I was gonna come on the camera, and the camera, because of the lighting, will reflect on the dewiness. But yeah, I like it. You open it, and then it has the sifter, and the powder is, it looks white, but when you put it on, it just disappears into your skin. It doesn't it doesn't highlight, any wrinkles that you may have. There's some powders that when you put them on, they just go in between the wrinkles, and then it's obvious that you have makeup on, and it's obvious that you're trying to hide something. I find that this is so thin that it goes on nicely and just keeps the foundation in place. You don't get cakey, you don't get oily. It's perfect. To me, it's perfect. And that's another thing with powders. There's certain powders that when you put them on, after a while, I've noticed it myself. After a while, I start getting cakey here because the oils start mixing with the powders, and it just gets nasty. With this, I you know, I actually like the dewiness that comes through. It's very subtle, very kind of like illuminating. So I am really, really digging this. I hope they didn't discontinue it. Actually, I'm gonna go and maybe pick up a couple of more and just keep them in my drawer because I'm not. I know I'm not gonna finish this anytime soon, but I will be very pissed off if after I find something I like, they discontinue it. Yeah, so that's basically just it. It's a quick and simple review. My honest opinion, I think it's a really good powder. I do recommend it. You know, thumbs up to it. The only thing, like I said, is that if you are not a fan of fragrances, then you're not gonna like it because it does have a strong fragrance. I can't pinpoint the type of fragrance it has, but it does have a fragrance. So yes, that would be a con for someone who doesn't like fragrances. And the other con that I had was just the fact that the puff that it came with just wasn't doing anything for me. It just didn't work like it was supposed to. Or I didn't feel like it worked like it was supposed to. It is messy, so when you open it, I don't like putting it on here. So what I do is I just take this and I just go like this, and then just bring it back down, and I just keep it on there. To me, it's just much easier. As you can see, some stays on the top and then some just stays there. It's much easier for me to take my brush and then just dip it and put it all over my face. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to do that review. If you guys have any questions or any comments, feel free to post them below or send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.